Hi, LinkedIn. It's been a while that I've been live, so I'm going live after a while. So do bear with me if there is any technical stuff, but hopefully you can see me. I can see the comments on the right. That's great. So I decided that I'm going to jump on here today really quickly for about 15 minutes to talk about the event that I'm doing on the 29th of December and the 30th of December. It's two lunchtime sessions, 60-minute sessions from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. UK time. And the event is called Rewire Your Mind for More Money in 2026. And I wanted to jump on here and explain why I created this event, why now, and why it's so important. And I might also be looking at my second screen just in case for my notes, in case I need this. So, the reason why I wanted to jump on and explain about it is because it's never been more important than ever before, especially with the changing landscape that we live in right now. So, what I've been observing throughout the year, through my conversations with women I'm working with, women I have worked with, women I meet at networking events and various conferences, and lots of conversations that I'm having with women. And I'm talking about women who are ambitious. So, I'm increasingly finding that there's these smart, ambitious, capable women. They're very intelligent, and what I'm increasingly finding is that they have goals. They have big goals for themselves. They have big goals for their business. Maybe you are launching another business and you already have a business. Maybe you are just wanting to scale revenue in your current business. And some women that I've met, they are growing their investments as they're going through different seasons of their lives. They don't want to push harder anymore. They don't want to work hard anymore. They want their money to work for them. And so they want to grow their investments. They want to consolidate their finances. And yet, I see these women really brilliant, really smart, having big goals, having big financial goals for themselves because they want to really enjoy their life and have freedom, financial freedom, personal freedom. But then on the other hand, I also have been observing that the same women are overwhelmed and they're really, really stressed. I mean, including me. Many of us are raising families while building careers or businesses, while launching other businesses, while trying to be a good mum, good wife, good partner, and doing a great business. And while all of this is going on, we're also going through, most of the women are in the mid 40s onwards, are also going through this personal transition where our bodies are changing, our hormones are shifting, and we're doing so much, juggling so many different plates while going through these seasons of a woman's life as well. So on one hand, you're very ambitious and you have all these audacious goals, and it's not just about wealth creation, it's not just about money, but most of the women that I've spoken to want to leave a legacy. They want to create impact. They want to build something that is bigger themselves. They want to make a difference in people's lives. And yet, I see them day in, day out, all the conversations that I've had talking about things like, I can't be too much. I can't ask for too much. Maybe my goal is too big. Can I really do it? Am I being too greedy? Talking about money is tacky. Who am I to want $1 million business? Who am I to do this? And so, am I being too much? And I also hear all these narratives and stories coming up. I'm not good with numbers. I look at spreadsheets and I freeze. I don't know how to sort my taxes, my finances. And so there's very smart, capable women, but also they're running still on old, outdated stories and these money beliefs. Now, these beliefs are formed very early in our childhood, and they're very deep ingrained in our subconscious, and we don't even realize that we are doing them. And so I decided to create this event, which I'm calling a power pause, We talk about the power pose, but I thought, how about talk about the power pause? It's a power pause because we take a pause in this time that we're going to spend over the 2 days to look at our situation, to take a look at our results, to take a look at 2025 and see what we've achieved. Are we getting results or are we getting lessons? And for me personally, it's definitely been about a lot of lessons because I've really pushed myself. I've really put myself out there. I've tried things that I never did before, and some of them worked, some of them didn't work. And so for me, it was very much about lessons. So this is going to be a power pause to really take a long look at ourselves and our belief system. But this is not just about talking. This is not about what we are consciously aware of, but my speciality is to help you shed light on those deep subconscious beliefs that are running on autopilot deep in your psyche, deep in your subconscious. And that's the reason why when I see women with these big goals, I really want to grow my investments and I'm going to slow down and I'm going to really enjoy my life, or I'm going to launch a different business, but I'm worried about my health. Am I going to have time for my family? Am I going to become someone different? Am I going to be judged? Am I going to have enough time for my children? And so there's subconscious beliefs that are running in the background. And the same women, I just see them pushing harder, not trusting their intuition, not trusting their inner voice, outsourcing their confidence, their self worth to others, looking for permission from others. Is it okay for me to want this? Is it okay for me to do this? And so, this is a space for women like you who want to go to that next level, who want to create that wealth and are done with doing things the way you've done. So, we'll look at 2025, we'll look at the money stories that have been shaping our 2025. We're going to look at the beliefs that have been shaping 2025. And because they're so deep and subconscious, I will going live, doing everything live, rewire and reprogram your mind to clear the blocks, to release what's been holding us so we can truly step into our full potential and fulfill our goals and leave these old stories behind. And I'm talking about very smart, successful women that I'm working with, that I'm observing, that I'm speaking to day in, day out, because I've put a lot of research behind this as well. So, what happens is, as we are growing up, we are internalizing so many of these beliefs. And so if you lived in a family who felt that, money is tight, or money is only for rich people, or we can't afford this, you've been internalizing beliefs. If you were asked to not be too much, not show off too much, don't be too loud, don't rise above your station, if you heard these beliefs early on, they get programmed into your mind, because when we are growing up, we don't really have logic. So we are mentally conditioned by our society, by culture, by the environment around us, by our parents, by school, by society. And so they're running on autopilot. So on day one, we're going to look at our money blueprint. We're going to pause. We're going to look at, okay, what's my 2025 like? What decisions I've made? How have I made those decisions? And then we're going to go through your money blueprint. We're going to look at consciously what stories we've been internalizing and playing on autopilot on repeat. And we're going to bring that self awareness. And then we're going to use my Rewire method, which is a blend of CBT, NLP, hypnotherapy, rapid transmissional therapy, and identity work that I'm trained in. And we start to look at access those memories where those imprints, those beliefs actually started. And we have to go way back. And hypnosis is the best tool that I have seen out there, which is being used by some top-notch athletes, by some top-notch industry figures and leaders. It is, I found, the best kept secret. People think of hypnosis as woo-woo. People think, oh, is it going to work? And I know that some people might even get triggered by it, which is okay. This is all normal. But these are, again, perceptions, beliefs that we have picked up from our environment by watching social media, by watching TV, and people drop like flies, that, the way stage hypnotism works. So the hypnosis that I use is actually for mindset rewiring. It's not about losing control. It's not about relinquishing power. it's actually gaining power. It's actually tapping into that deep, unconscious, untapped parts of our mind, which we never use, which Olympic athlete level, industry leader level people are using these tools to access those parts of their mind to improve their performance. And that's what we're going to do. And this is what I do is as part of my Rewire method, which combines all of these amazing cutting edge neuroscience backed tools, we use these to access those deep memories. So I'm going to put you in a gentle conversational hypnosis. Hypnosis is the best way I have seen so far. And I'm in so many personal development circles. I've done a lot of personal development myself. I've heard firsthand from people who are constantly rewiring and changing and reshaping their mind that this process is absolutely crucial to get to the root of these money beliefs, these old stories. Don't be pushy. Don't ask for too much. Am I being selfish? Are you being greedy? Who am I to ask for more? Worrying about our health, worrying about sacrificing a family, ourselves in the process. So we're going to access these using hypnosis, which is going to be a very conversational hypnosis. So you're just going to go to a gentle, relaxed state. And then we're going to start interrupting and accessing those old beliefs and start to delete them. And my aim is to get to grips with one or two big beliefs that have been holding you back and stopping you from achieving your goals in 2025. So I'm going to put my hand up and I'm going to do a personal share. So for me, what I realized, because even though I do the work on myself and I help my clients, I'm not immune to my own personal blocks. We all have blocks. I mean, anyone who says that we don't have any blocks simply means that they are not aware. They just have not, built that awareness of self, because we all have blocks. And for me, what came up was that I put a lot of faith in my strategies, and something I was asking other women to do is to be more in touch with their intuition, listen to their inner voice, and apply the strategies, but continue to listen to your inner voice. Because I don't know if you know this or if you've noticed this or not, but we know, our body knows when something works for us and when something doesn't work for us. Our body knows, we know. So for me, it was about using strategies and focused a lot on strategies. And so for me, the biggest learning curve has been that, okay, what has given me the best results in my business, in my coaching and rapid transformational business, is my intuition. It's when I made decisions intuitively, when a little voice in my head or some signal or some sign out there told me, talk to this person, ask them about this, reach out. And that's how I created results in my business. And in the first business month, when I really launched myself out there, after like trying a few things for a couple of months or so, I made £8,000 in the first week in my business. In the second month, I made another £7,000. And so this is just an example. When we tap into our intuition, anything can happen. And so this is my learning, is that strategies are good, but we all have blocks. And we need to keep clearing this block. So if you're a woman who's watching this right now, who's ambitious, who's smart, who's capable, you either want to grow your investments because you want to build an amazing financial freedom and healthy life for yourself. You want to travel the world without worrying about money. You want to be there for your kids. You want to launch a business, a side business, a side project, or you have an established business and you want to increase your revenue. I highly, highly recommend that you come for these 2 days. And over these 2 days, we are definitely going to uncover a hidden belief that you may not be aware of at all. And we're going to also rewire and reprogram our mind for success. And it's very important to take out all the old stuff, the old stories, before we put in the new stuff. So I use hypnotic visualization. I use suggestions to plant the seeds of positive affirmations. It's very different to doing meditation. It's very different just looking at a vision board and saying affirmations out loud. You will be rewiring your mind within that hypnosis state, within that really calm state where your subconscious mind is really open to receiving. Because when you look at your vision board and think, okay, I'm going to create $1 billion company or $1 million company, there's a tiny voice, subconscious voice that says, no, you're not, because there is an old story running in the background. And we're going to switch off that old story. We're going to delete that old story so that when you do this within hypnosis, as we rewire your mind, the suggestions are going to go in. I have a couple of bonuses planned for you as well. You're going to receive a meditation that you can continue to listen to well into your 2026. And I'm also going to be inviting you for a bonus money block audit session with me, where we can take this work deeper and see if this is something that is right for you. So we're kind of almost at time. So without further ado, remember, I'm doing this session, Rewire Your Mind for Money in 2026. We're going to leave behind the old and we're stepping into more. And it's on 29th and the 30th of December. That's Monday and Tuesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. UK London time. Make sure that you find the event and register for it. I'm going to drop it into the comments, and I will be going live on LinkedIn the way I have right now. So you'll simply go on the profile and watch me go live. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. If you're watching this and something that I've said has resonated with you, I want you to trust that inner voice. I want you to trust what your intuition is telling you. So if you want to lead from knowing, if you want to lead from trusting, if you want to lead from your intuition, if you want to build results, without pushing harder, without worrying about your health, without sacrificing your health, family, or freedom, then I highly recommend that you come along. It's going to be amazing. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. Take care. Hopefully this was all good because I went live after a while, but I'm so excited to see you there. Take care. Bye now.